Welcome to the world of abandoned airplanes. These once mighty machines have been left to rot in the jungle, the desert, and even the ocean. What are the stories behind these abandoned planes? How did they end up in such a state? And what secrets do they hold? In this video, we'll take a look at 10 of the most mysterious abandoned airplanes in the world. These planes are sure to make you wonder, and they may just leave you with a few unanswered questions of your own. Number 1. A Boeing 737 aircraft is abandoned in the middle of the jungle in Bali. Nobody knows how it got there or who owns it. The plane is in good condition and there is no sign of any damage. The only clue to its origins is a shabby hut nearby, which may have been used by the people who abandoned it. Number 2. A German World War II warplane is found abandoned in a forest clearing outside the city of St. Petersburg, Russia. The plane is a Focke-Wulf 190, also known as an FW190. It was used by the Germans in the Luftwaffe, their deadly air force that decimated the Allies during wartime. This particular aircraft was fashioned in 1943, built in a factory in the German city of Bremen. The plane is in a state of disrepair, but it is still possible to make out the German markings on the fuselage. Number 3. An experimental hybrid aircraft that moves over water without touching the water is abandoned at a naval base in the Caspian Sea. The plane is called an Aeroplane, and it was designed by the Soviet Union during the Cold War. It was intended to be used as a military aircraft, but the project was abandoned after the collapse of the Soviet Union. The Aeroplane is now a popular tourist attraction, and it can be seen from the shores of the Caspian Sea. Number 4. A Boeing 727 aircraft is found abandoned in the forest in Oregon. It turns out to be the private home of an engineer named Bruce Campbell. Campbell bought the plane for $100,000 and spent another $100,000 to have it transported to his property. He then converted the interior of the plane into a modern home, complete with all the original equipment. Number 5. The wreckage of a United States Navy DC plane that crashed in Iceland in 1973 can be found on the Black Beach. The plane ran out of fuel and crashed into the sea. The wreckage was washed up on the beach and has been left there ever since. The plane is a popular tourist attraction, and it is a reminder of the dangers of flying. Number 6. The destroyed remains of a Royal Canadian Air Force Canso plane can be found in the lush boreal forest on the coast of Vancouver Island. The plane crashed shortly after takeoff in 1945. The cause of the crash is unknown, but it is thought that the plane may have been overloaded. The wreckage of the plane is still visible in the forest, and it is a reminder of the sacrifices made by Canadian soldiers during World War II. Number 7. A PBY-5A Catalina seaplane has been abandoned in the desert of Saudi Arabia for over 50 years. It was purchased from the United States Navy by a man named Thomas Kendall, who converted it into a luxury flying yacht for himself and his family. However, the plane was destroyed by a local group of militias who thought Kendall and his family were Israeli commandos. Number 8. The Kukod military base in Albania is home to dozens of abandoned fighter aircrafts, including the legendary MiG-15 and MiG-19. The base was built in 1952 and was still functioning until 1997, when the Albanian Civil War broke out. The aircrafts have been collecting dust for decades, but NATO has announced plans to invest in the base and ship the planes out. Number 9. An Antonov An-2 biplane has been found abandoned in the bushes in northern Poland. The biplane was mass-produced by the Soviets starting in 1946 and was used for agriculture and forestry. It is not clear how the biplane came to be abandoned in the bushes. Number 10. The Central Air Force Museum in Russia is one of the weirdest aviation museums in the world. It houses one of the largest collections of aircrafts anywhere, along with espionage equipment from the Cold War. The museum was founded in 1958 after the local airbase shut down. It was closed to the public until 1999 because it displayed prototypes that the Russian government felt were classified. That's all for our look at the mysteries of the top 10 abandoned airplanes. We hope you enjoyed watching these fascinating machines. If you're interested in learning more about abandoned airplanes, be sure to check out the links in the description below. Thanks for watching.